Hey everyone, and welcome to my review of the Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors Spidey Shot. Now this is a real-life Spider-Man web shooter. I know that a lot of you guys don't like on this channel when I differentiate from the Nerf thing, but it's made by Hasbro and it allows you to shoot webs just like Spider-Man, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to check out. Now the reason I'm doing it today is because A, I have this awesome suit, and B, next Saturday is the release, July 7th, of Spider-Man Homecoming, Spidey's latest and greatest film to hit the theaters, and as you guys can probably tell, or you may have already known, Spider-Man is my favorite hero. I have this awesome suit that I got, and there's a video where you can check out me getting the suit. I've had the suit for a while, and I want to do this video, which I'm going to do for you here today. So, enough talking. This allows you to shoot either Spider-Man's web fluid, which is silly string, or water, because it'd be really expensive to buy the silly string, so you also have the option of shooting the water. Nothing really too crazy on the box there, just your basic information. We don't really care about that. We just want to see Spidey shooting some webs, so let's go ahead and dive right into this. I suppose it's a blaster of sorts. It does blast something. I'm not gonna lie, although I can see through this mask, it's not the easiest time, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little clumsier than normal. But let's go ahead and check it out. Look at this. This is going to allow me to shoot just like Spider-Man. This is so cool. So we have an instruction manual there in the box, and then we also have all of our components here attached to the cardboard. We have this thing, which looks like our wrist gauntlet. So this is what's actually going to attach to our wrist and allow to attach our Spidey silk. Okay, so here's a little Spider-Man hand. This sure looks like Iron Man. Wow, okay, wrong superhero. I'm gonna stick to my own hands. I don't think I need that. But hey, if you're not Spidey, that's a little better, I guess. Let's cut this thing out of here. I'm assuming there's this red canister. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's for the water. And we have our can of silly string in here as well. This is actually Marvel branded Spider-Man web fluid. So it's not silly string, it's web fluid. Although you could just go buy silly string. So just note that, okay? You could probably buy a bunch of silly string on bulk from Amazon. Get it Spidey delivered in one day. And then this thing, which is our shooting apparatus. That's pretty cool. So let's see if this fits a regular Spider-Man sized arm, or if this is just strictly for ages 5 and up. We're gonna load it with the larger ring to the back side towards us. Of course, it's gonna go on the bottom, that's a given. I'm actually gonna put this on my left arm just because I want the right arm for function. This is so cool. Little fun fact about this, when I was a kid, I always wanted one of these toys, but my mom knew that if I did get it, it would just end up with silly string and water all over the house, which doesn't sound like a very good time. So if you do go ahead and get this, just, you know, be nice to your parents. Don't shoot it inside. It's not an inside toy, even if it's not the silly string. Who wants water all over the house? I'm sure you know that, but just saying, took 17 years to get this for myself because I wasn't trustworthy enough. So don't make the same mistakes I did. Okay, so that's all in there. Fits well, fits normally. Very good. Now, at first it feels like this isn't going to reach far enough into my palm, but that's where the apparatus comes in, because this guy's going to attach on at the end of the canister. So of course, we're doing silly string or web fluid. It's actually got a little different kind of topper there. As long as you don't lose that topper, you can use any silly string canister, but you will need the special Spider-Man topper. Alright, so we've came outside here and I switched to the Spidey cell phone just to kind of give you guys a closer look at the apparatus here, which, as I mentioned, there's a little black piece that has to go on top of the, right there, has to go on top of the silly string in order for this actuator to function. And then you want to make sure it's in the downward position. And that's pretty much it. Now the problem is this silly string is old, I guess. To be honest. Ooh! If you push too hard, it just kind of pops right off there. But yeah, this silly string is a little bit old. So even though I shook it really well, it's not functioning like it should. Silly string will do that, it will go bad. But luckily, that's why they gave us this water canister, which just fills up with water, and then it's shaped like the same thing. I never did get to show you how the silly string connects, so I'll show you it with the water. But basically what's going to happen is you're going to have this yellow piece that you slip on first onto the lip, and it clips on really nicely. And then the clip is going to go into a hole at the front, and you're going to put it in front way first, and then clip it down. Okay, so you need to pump it a couple times to get the water into the system, but once it's in the system, then I would put it in. And now it shoots. It also leaks a little bit. I'm getting some water on my suit, which I'm not too happy about. But let's go ahead and give the spider car a little car wash. Yeah, I'm not too impressed. I'm getting the suit really, really wet. The water's barely flying. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't want that on me anymore. Just get me all wet. So here's what I've gathered from the review. I think it's safe to say that you can spend a lot of money on a suit. You can spend a lot of money on a little water gun shaped on your wrist. You will never actually be Spider-Man. Maybe one day with stem cell research, I don't know. For now, this is not a viable solution. It actually really underperformed. And like I said, I've been wanting one of these ever since I was little. It turns out I wasn't missing out on much. I hope you guys are excited for Spider-Man Homecoming coming out this July 7th. This is not a sponsored video. Probably should have mentioned that at the beginning. Not sponsored by Marvel. I so wish I was, but I'm not. It's just a fan showing you guys a cool Spider-Man toy and an amazing Spider-Man suit. And again, if you want to check out the video, link will be in the description to how I got this suit and all the details on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, this was NerfBoyProductions signing off.